Welcome to the Almanac Podcast with Eddy and Alex.
Like, it's your boy. It's your boy.
Welcome to the Almanac Podcast with Eddy and Alex.
What? Yo, hold on. I didn't even think. All right, so hold on. Let's stop that real quick. All right.
Stop what?
I mean, I stopped that, but you know what I mean. Like, hold on.
Well, how are you doing?
Like, as of right now,
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Okay.
So, today was a good day for like an NFL Sunday. You know,
Okay.
like lose a couple bets, win a couple bets, kind of thing. How about you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Sorry, you caught me honestly.
Yeah. How you feel? How you like being put on the spot, buddy?
You definitely caught me. No, I'm feeling great. I think right now we got a couple things to talk about, I guess.
So, bro, which one you want to hit first? We got top songs of 2019 or the 2019 wrap up. Which one? I feel like the wrap up should wrap it up, right?
I don't know. I think we can do the 2019 wrap up and then hit the top songs.
Number one. So this is what the Soulja Boy interview.
Yeah. Do you remember the Soulja Boy interview?
Are you talking about the Breakfast Club one?
Yeah, the one at the start of like 2019.
Yeah, that was a funny.
It was entertaining.
But like the thing was like I feel like I thought he was actually gonna start coming back. Like not because like I really like his new music, but more so for the fact that like he had enough publicity to like come back,
Do something with it.
Because I feel like in that time, that year there was a lot of trolling. Like I feel like trolling is the way people stayed relevant.
Yeah.
That's like how 6ix9ine really like came through in his music careers because all the trolling he did to people.
Right. I mean, he was definitely trolling. He had.
That's how I felt like Soulja Boy was being mad, like ridiculous.
Yeah, I think he was doing it right. I think he was like trolling where he wasn't really hurting or disrespecting anybody. He was just trying to be like funny.
Yeah,
and it was cool. Like that was the way to do it. I think personally that's how trolling should be. Like, you shouldn't really be like, I guess, the 6ix9ine trolling, right?
Yeah,
like that's the opposite end of that spectrum.
I agree.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know because he was about to fight Chris Brown, and that was like on some real disrespectful shit.
So like from trolling to.
But I mean, it's like where you like I know like from this culture, like you're not gonna respect. Like I don't know, I can't respect Tekashi, like especially if you like.
Well, we'll get to that, but yeah, Soulja Boy I think started off 2019 in a good like way, like a very healthy way, you know. Like that was everything I was kind of like hoping for, like for it to be like that first moment in hip hop in 2019 where it was just kind of exploding. And there were a couple artists that were releasing like music before that moment. I can't name who they were though, but I remember like there were some up and coming artists coming up right before then. And I'm kind of honestly just expecting like 2020 to be the same thing. Like, you know, as we start 2020, I'm kind of just waiting for that great moment in hip hop. I don't know if like it might be bad that I'm like looking out for it, but like I am. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're looking for like an iconic moment?
Yeah. Or even anything, you know, like I feel like that's what like 2019 like the beginning of 2019. No, just like anything, cuz like I feel like a lot of music takes a lot of like a lot of people don't release music in the first quarter this early in a year. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people don't drop music, or at least the music that you want, like first quarter of the year. Usually like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming something's gonna happen where there's gonna be like some sort of moment and not like people releasing music like that.
Well, I always feel like, I had this conception that I thought that labels give you like a deadline for like a project or something. Like they want something. Like I feel like they really organize the events the same way like the event like that Marvel organizes their movies. Like they have phases.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, there are.
Like I feel like their agents are like, all right, bro, we need you to drop a single by next month.
Like who's like, I'm trying to think of who like the first quarter artists to drop last year. I remember Gold Link being one of them.
What?
What was that album? Diaspora, or I forget if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry, but
I know what you're talking about.
You know what album I'm
I know
talking
what
about? The Gold Link
It's
one.
like his most recent one.
Yeah, he dropped that first quarter. It didn't hit
No.
like at all. Like not for me. And I love Gold Link. He's one of my favorite artists.
See, I mean, I only listen to like Crew.
Yeah, that was a good song.
It was. It's like I was just playing it yesterday.
That put me on to Brent Faiyaz too.
Yeah, real rap. No.
And he has great music as well.
Yeah.
But I guess second thing that happened, and this isn't in actual order. This is just from what I remember. The loss of Nipsey Hussle was last year. What is that? I don't remember the month exactly.
Well, when Nipsey got shot?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you either. To be honest, it feels like I don't know. Like it feels like summer. I'm feeling summer.
I think it was like early spring. If I remember off the top of my head, obviously we can look it up very easily.
But what did you want to go on about that? Like as far
that was March 31st.
Damn.
Yep. No, I'm just pointing out major things that happened in 2019 that I think personally like affected hip hop in a major way.
His death, oh yeah, bro. Like I feel like I don't know, but at the same time, like when artists die, it like bothers me. Not so much like because of the whole like the law, like you know the violence and all that. Like that's wrong too, but more so like I feel like a lot of people try to capitalize off their death.
Yeah,
like a lot of people are
that was
doing,
happening a lot.
You know,
with
like
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, like to show your respects and stuff, like make it seem like you were close or some shit like that. Like that's how I feel about like people do that in general. Like even here, like in like a small town like ours, like people will still like not even know you, but they gonna make it seem like they did, or like y'all go back like that.
Yeah,
feel me?
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, I definitely see that a lot in Lancaster. I'm not sure if I don't know, because I mean the only way I ever see of someone that like in our community like died and I'm not like reading the obituaries is like on Instagram,
Facebook, right?
Or Facebook. You know, like that's the only way I know if someone actually passes away. And I've had a couple people like die, and I found out through social media that way, and it's tough, but I don't know. I think we're trailing off. What were we talking about?
We're talking about the death of Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying how people capitalize.
Yeah. So, but that was happening a lot. Like a lot of people were selling fake merch.
For real?
Yeah, like
fake,
in the streets,
like through free Crenshaw gear.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what kind of like designs they were or anything like that. But there were a lot of reports on people actually like selling like bootleg merchandise, like capitalizing on someone's death, like literally.
They were probably like, yeah, they were probably Tupacing him, like putting him on shirts and shit.
Yeah. So they're like, yeah, exactly.
Like how they.
I thought that's what you meant.
They still sell Tupac and Biggie shirts, so I know they're gonna do shit like that for him or like X, Mac Miller. It's really gonna be a thing.
Is it crazy to you at all that Death Row is owned by Hasbro?
Like the toy company?
Yes. The company Death Row is owned by Hasbro now. That's a company.
They got their foot in a lot of different doors.
But don't you think that's a little? I don't know. Like I forget what store I was in, but like I saw.
It's because this shit's a game, bro.
I saw Death Row like merch, and I was like, this is the wrong era. Like, what's going on? So I thought like people were like either bootlegging it, but it makes sense that if Hasbro bought them, they would be producing stuff like that. And I saw it, I think, in a toy store actually, if I remember correctly.
But do you have anything else to add to the whole Nipsey Hussle loss?
It was very tragic. I mean, I never personally listened to his music up until then.
That's another good thing to bring up because I feel like nobody listened to Nipsey until he died.
Yeah. Well,
like I knew. I'm not gonna act like I was a diehard because I wasn't. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but I heard of him before, like how I said to like my cousin Mike. Like it was just like he put me on, and then like, but I was like, I thought it was cool, but it wasn't like. It didn't catch my attention full on, like
right. I mean, that's unfortunate, but that's just a real life case of what it is.
Yeah. It's like how Whack 100 said, like Like when he Whack 100 caught so much heat for that interview he did with Blueface, where he was saying like he literally said what I said. Like,
he said Nipsey's not a legend.
Yeah, he's like Nipsey's not a legend. He's like, why wasn't he a legend when he was alive? Like y'all didn't treat that man like that. I'm like, he's like, I'm not saying that he wasn't talented enough to be that because he was. I mean, he definitely was because his last album was like fire.
Yeah, I actually really love Victory Lap. Like when I heard about the news, obviously I was trying to support the only way I could, obviously, without buying merch. It was listening to his music, you know, putting those stream numbers up for him.
But I do think it's dope though.
We're still good. Because he owned all his masters, which is what made him, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the one like positive note that came out of like him passing was I feel like it really motivated a lot of people. You know, now a lot of people are like, you know, trying to persevere through things. It's weird, you know, because I feel that's what the marathon continue really meant, like persevering and like continuing to this like this race we call life.
Yeah.
And what's it called?
I mean, I definitely like the that kind of just reminds me of the track, you know, on Mustard's album this year.
The one with Roddy?
Yeah, where Nipsey Hussle just talks about what the marathon was, which is really dope. I love that outro. It's one of the best outros, in my opinion, this year.
But the other thing I do like, but I said that the positive note that it brought was people did, you know, when he died, I feel like people did a lot more research because I was seeing a lot more shit of his that I didn't know about, like young videos of him talking about buying real estate, you know, like real buy the block shit, but like with the means to help your people, feel me, like make easier living economy for like minorities and shit. I'm like, so that was like when he was young, like before the cornrows, like boy had afros and a real thin pencil mustache, like.
But yeah, I think one of the things that Nipsey Hussle's death taught me was the Dr. Sebi stuff.
Yeah, that was gonna be my last point.
Yeah, that was great. I once I did the research and found out everything that guy stood for and all his like his diet methods.
Yeah.
I looked into that and I was like, wow, this is really cool actually. So I was actually thinking about trying that out because I definitely want to see what it's about.
Bro, I try to eat clean as possible for like this year. That's why I like.
But have you looked into those recipes that?
No.
It's fucked.
like fucked as in like what? Like it's bound to taste bad?
No, actually, there's this fucking. Oh shit! So there's this YouTuber that he only cooks Dr. Sebi's recipes.
For real?
Yeah.
That's dope.
It is dope. Some of the music looks really good.
Surprised he hasn't gotten murked yet.
What? Well, that's what's crazy.
That conspiracy. You know, it's funny. Chispy's podcast was about conspiracy today.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, internet cooking is the worst, bro, because it makes me want it, but I know damn well I'm not gonna follow through on those instructions.
Yeah.
Like like yo, I done seen some of the tastiest fucking food on Facebook.
They make it look so easy. Like they just like
literally.
Like all those BuzzFeed ones.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Those are pretty funny. Another thing that happened was 21 Savage being arrested by ICE. Also revealing that he is a UK native.
I think that was the craziest shit ever.
That was insane, right? When it happened.
I'm like, bro, I didn't you nothing about him gave off like UK vibes
at all.
I mean, granted, they said he came here when he was like 14.
Yeah, so
what I said was like, how doesn't he have like the accent? Like that southern accent, like cooked the fuck out the British, like on some red coat shit. Like
I don't know. I think once you're 14, you go to another country, you're not gonna like.
Bro, I mean, there's Spanish people who come here like at like 14, and then they still have that Spanish accent.
Yeah, but like the language is still heavy at home.
I was gonna say
like
it's not washed out.
Well, maybe he had a situation where I don't know, and I have no idea honestly. Maybe he came here and he was just living with one of his parents that lived in the U.S. and the other one was from the U.K. You know what I'm saying? So if he came over, his dad's already U.S. and he just taught him everything from U.S. Like at home, it wasn't all like a British dialect. Like it's not like where I went home every day after school. I had to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think once you come here from 14 and then whenever you start releasing music, he definitely could have lost that. But
yeah,
that's neither here or there. But it was one of the greatest moments in my opinion. I was just
Is it
like,
the greatest?
hell yeah, dude. What? That guy's like, I don't know. That's like, I feel like in hip hop at least, like there's a lot of
the fact that he's British just made bitches want him like 2 times more.
It's like
21 times more.
it's like when you like love Tupac and like the fact that he's from the West Coast until you find out he's from New York. You know what I'm saying?
I dislike that.
I know, but like with 21 Savage, it had the same effect on me. You know, like the first time I heard like Tupac was from New York, I'm just like,
baby on baby, by the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Suge Me stuck out the most, just because it was a real. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I like watching this video just because like the comedic aspect to them that he has.
Yeah, I think he had a great year, and I remember like the whole, I forget what exactly like the details were, but like the whole him being the first like artist like that in Charlotte being released on a major label.
Did you say Charlotte?
Did I say Charlotte? Charlotte.
Like Charlotte, or like Charlotte.
Yo, there's this...
That bothered me. It was like I heard. I was like, ew.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But yes, I remember. I don't remember the details exactly, but him releasing that album and being a rap artist from Charlotte, Virginia, like that was a huge major thing for him.
He's not from Virginia. He's from North Carolina.
Charlotte. What? Okay, I'm gonna just go with you on that. You know more about the baby than I do, honestly. So, are you sure?
I'm almost positive, bro. I swear, Charlotte's in North. Wait.
I think it is North Carolina.
I'll say, where's J. Cole from?
North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
He's from North Carolina.
You're right. Yeah, him being like an artist from North Carolina that wasn't J. Cole till it just pop out like that and have major success with that album.
It's a little, second place, bro. J. Cole.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like the baby's having like a great year.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate what's happening to him right now, actually.
I think he was justified in his actions.
What do you mean, jumping
the ball? He cut him like I think he was supposed to get paid like $70,000 or some shit like that. If only gave him 30, if that's 40,000 short. Yeah. That's definitely worth getting your ass beat.
So he was just trying to get his money back.
Yeah, because the promoter that paid him for the event, I think he already did the show, and he said like I shorted him. He confronted him about it, and then like he took like $80 in cash, his credit card, I think his juice, and then they beat him.
Jesus,
they ain't beat him like nothing too hard, but he got like he definitely posted a picture of like a bruise on his head.
Okay,
like a cut.
So how do you feel about Lil Nas X topping the charts?
Fuck that nigga. Nah. It's like nah. I mean, I'm not. I don't hate him for it, but like I just can't get into his music. It's just not. It's like too childish for me.
It is.
And like
that's like accurate.
It's like it was like when Dave East didn't like it. Like him and Ball just kept it a buck. Like this joint, not for like. I don't know. I'd put it under like a kid rap, like for like on some Kids Bop shit.
You think Lil Nas is like Kids Bop?
Yeah, keeping it.
Okay.
Like
I don't know if
my man made a song with Billy Ray Cyrus. That's all I can say. Like
yeah,
I'm not dissing Billy Ray Cyrus because like he hold weight in the country aspect, but I just mean like when I think Billy Ray Cyrus, like the first time I got introduced to Billy Ray Cyrus was fucking Hannah Montana, bro. Like if I like I thought your daughter was more popping than you because of like she was the one shining. I felt like you like.
I hear that. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely when I first heard of him. I never actually heard a Billy Ray Cyrus song.
That's what I'm saying.
Until then.
I didn't even know "Achy Break Your Heart" was his. "Achy Break Your Heart."
Did not know that.
It sounds just like him.
I never listened to him.
You ever heard this man talk? He literally just, my man's voice is singing.
Next up, we have the Dreamville album dropping. I thought that was a pretty
stacked. That was a stack. There was like fucking 40 people on that.
Yeah, but I thought that was like one of the best things to happen in 2019, where like they all kind of just came together and just started doing their own thing.
That shit definitely was like a variety pack. Like you definitely got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it was definitely great. Like you even had the Kendrick Ghost feature there on the hook with him with the baby, which is crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, the baby is still having a great year.
Even though that nigga wasn't even in the video. Kendrick Lamar, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think he was in it. I'm not sure if Lute is from Charlotte, but the baby and J. Cole are correct.
Yeah. Well, they're from North Carolina. I think J. Cole's from Fayetteville. That might be close to. So Charlotte.
If they're both from North Carolina, I'm not sure if Kendrick was in that video because he just wasn't from there, and that seemed like that music video that they had was just,
in North Carolina.
Yeah, it was just like them and being them. Like,
and the guy who videotaped it was also from North Carolina.
But yeah, I thought that was a great album. I mean, definitely, I will be listening to that for years, honestly.
She was just that deep, bro.
Was that a conspiracy of mine, or is it
I'm just like saying, like, she just got that deep. Like it became a whole Carolina thing. Like It was uploaded from a computer that was bought in the Target at North Carolina.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, definitely good. It was definitely a good album, though.
Yeah, I thought.
I mean, it's Grammy nominated, I think.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's in one of the. I haven't paid attention. Like I don't even know when they call like who got it. Like did that shit already pass or not?
I have no idea. I'm not hip to the Grammys. I feel like if you knew about the Grammys, it's because you had cable growing up.
I don't have cable. I just have the internet.
Oh, did you see it on the?
That's how I found out about the nominations. I think it was like Complex or something, or World Star. Somebody definitely like said like as far as the hip hop aspect.
Yeah.
Of things.
Okay.
Cause like I think like Lil like I can name like two. I think Lizzo and like Lil Nas X were like in the running for like best new artist.
I think didn't
I'm surprised like I don't think the baby was on there. I don't think a couple people were on that joint actually.
What did I think the baby performed at one of those award ceremonies, but I forget which one.
He's been getting a lot of shows lately.
Yeah.
Ever since he dropped Bop.
Yeah. Well, he was on SNL, which I thought was pretty cool. Have you seen that skit?
I didn't see any of the skits actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you that.
Yeah, see, so like for best rap performance, he got the hit. Suge was in there, but J. Cole had Middle Child. Dreamville had Down Bad.
How'd you feel about Middle Child when it dropped?
That joint was tough.
It was pretty good.
That was a tough ass song.
I think it's still
and the video was hard too.
Yeah, I definitely liked it. I thought that was like one of one of the next major things that happened in hip hop. I was just kind of waiting for some heavyweight to come in and drop a song.
Heavyweight.
You know what I'm saying? Like a heavyweight artist where they're just kind of coming in, like they know who they are and their status, and they're putting it out there like that. Which kind of brings me to how'd you feel about the whole Tyler the Creator and DJ Khaled controversy when they both dropped their albums on the same Friday, and DJ Khaled ranked number 2 and Igor surpassed him?
So how did I feel about it?
Sure. Yeah, that's what I said.
Is it?
I don't remember.
Well, all right. I mean, I didn't care for either of those albums, bro. Keeping it, I didn't like either of them. Like a lot of people get like I don't know, like when like not to say because like he came out, but it's more like when he dropped Flower Boy, I didn't like Flower Boy. I felt like it was too late.
Tyler?
Yeah, I felt like it was too lakey.
What does that mean? What?
Is that just I felt like it was just too lakey. Like I'm trying to think what song he did. The joint with Frank Ocean, Beamer.
She?
No, not She. But yeah, kind of like She, but not like I felt like he didn't rap so much on those beats. More like he was just like
trying to be melodic.
Melodic, yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't like that side. That's like that, when he produced those kind of songs. I didn't really like.
I think after
like She was good. She was a good song, but it's because he actually raps. Like
I think after Frank Ocean dropped Blonde, a lot of artists, like including Tyler the Creator,
Started making ballads.
and started doing that. Like they try to hop on that wave. I think ASAP Rocky's
Also doing it.
also doing the same thing, but they they all hang out. So that's just an opinion I have, but I think after Blonde dropped, a lot of that music started springing out. I mean, but I definitely like Igor. I thought Igor definitely had a lot of good songs, but that's someone that I like Tyler the Creator. I like his evolution and where he's at right now. I think he's pretty. That was just a lot better than
I think you
DJ
like
Khaled's album.
I think you like his genre more for like the production value.
Yeah.
Cause I'm saying he can produce good songs. It's just, but like that sound, it doesn't like favor me. Like, what's the one where he has the blonde wig and the glasses and the suit, and he's like on the stage
On the whole album.
Is that the cover?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the music video. It's like a music video where he has like a blonde like bob, like Dora Bob, and he's like wearing like a fucking like Miami Vice City suit, like where it's like with no dress shirt under, so it's like bare chest and just straight suit. And he's like crying on the.
It's gonna. I would have to assume that was probably Earthquake.
Yeah, I think it was.
Or Earthquake is how you pronounce it.
I think I think that's the one it is.
I like that song.
How's the chorus go?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I know.
Yeah, you do. That's your shit. Don't play that shit.
I don't. I'm trying to think about it in my head right now. I just don't necessarily remember. I'm also not gonna sing to you on this podcast. So you can get that shit out of here right now.
What I was asking for, buddy.
I guess next thing to happen, 2019, Chance the Rapper's Fall Off was ranked on there for me. I thought it was I don't even know if I should put that as a moment in hip hop because I definitely just want to talk about positive shit. I don't want to talk about someone's downfall like that. I don't know. Do you actually feel like he had a downfall in that album?
What, Chance?
Yeah, being a Chance rapper or a Chance fan.
Don't disrespect me like that. I think he didn't do. I don't think it was I didn't like it. I didn't like that project. Like I did like his evolution. Like I feel like he came a long way from like 10 Days, and then Acid Rap surpassed that. But to me, like Acid Rap was like the best one out of like the four.
Okay.
Cause I mean, technically the first three are like mixtapes, and like the coloring book. I mean, not the coloring book. This song is actually his album, and I don't like. It just didn't do it for me. Like, cause the third one had like a lot of like gospel vibes, and it's not that I'm not in the church or nothing.
Which one was that? The coloring book.
Coloring book.
I listened to that.
There was a couple good songs on there too, but like I got a big gospel vibe, and it's just like that's not like I'm not really into the Christian rap.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not to say like that Jesus isn't cool and everything, but it's like I feel like Christianity and rap go together.
It's not provocative enough for it to like.
If that's how you want to describe, I wouldn't say provocative. Like I don't know why it would be provocative.
I don't know.
Like,
I feel like a lot of hip hop
hot off Jesus.
It's like that. Like it's not wholesome, or it's too wholesome.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like if you're talking about Christianity, it's a too wholesome of a thing to like talk about, like to rap about.
Yeah, because you want to keep it like a buck.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But yeah, I can't say I definitely listened to Chance the Rapper before that. So I was kind of banking on this album for it to be, this is my introduction, because I've had a lot of friends where they were just kind of talking to me about Chance the Rapper and how he was great, this and that. They would send me a lot of songs. I would like the songs, but I could never like introduce them into my library kind of thing. So like I was kind of banking on this album to like have something for me where it was just kind of like, oh man, I like this, I like that, and I couldn't find any that I just like was keeping.
I'm not knocking you for not liking Chance. I don't think he's for everybody. Like I said, he's not like a consistent listen for me either. It's like I can be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
But like it's more like those old songs too, because I listen to a lot of old songs. I always throw my shit in shuffle, and whatever comes up, and that's the mood for the ride. Like,
okay.
So like that's how I feel about that. But like another thing that got me was with like DJ Khaled being upset about how his thing came below Tyler's.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, granted, I get it. Like your son's on there, and like you're really proud of your son, but like,
I guess.
did he really produce your shit? Like you would say he did, or like, and I feel like he treated like you're supposed to like stream it and buy it and give it as much revenue because all that stuff goes to my son.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like I feel like you're like entitling it now. Like it's like, yo, you guys have to do this because it's a gift to my son. Like you're already richer than me. Like I'm like, you're already a more fortunate man than a lot of people for you to be demanding shit. Like I don't know. And also just on top of like, you know, if people like other like Tyler's better, that's on them. But me personally, like I think
he had a good song on there with it was a SZA track. And he had an Outkast sample on there. I thought that was a pretty good song, but that was it.
I just feel I didn't like any of it on that project. I feel like
he had the Holy song with Nipsey Hussle and John Legend.
Still didn't like it.
You didn't like that song?
No.
I enjoyed that one.
I haven't liked the song since was it Major Key?
Yeah, those are great.
Those were good ones. But
I think
it was.
I think we were as DJ Khaled fans like expecting that, and it just wasn't that.
But I feel like also DJ Khaled relies heavy on like the Migos,
his features,
Justin Bieber.
Well, I'm surprised he like
the Migos, Justin Bieber, and Chance that combo that they apparently they are.
It was kind of like the new team that was on this recent album just didn't. It just wasn't up to par.
That should look like the A team. Like, I mean, as far as like characters go, like the random characters, not as far as like how like well they went together.
Yeah. I was just I could agree with that. Well, I mean, I was just kind of expecting something just heavier. Because, I mean, in DJ Khaled's previous albums, he had some pretty heavy hitters on there. Like, he had Jay-Z, he had Future, he had Drake, he had J. Cole, he had Kendrick Lamar featured, Big Sean. Like, he had a lot of great artists.
On the older ones.
On the older ones, yeah. I'm not talking about Father of a Side.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah, that one just seemed weak. It just seemed like a lot of people. You know what I thought when it happened? I thought like DJ Khaled was like the Shutterstock of hip hop.
With this guy, make a song.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have a lot of.
Because a lot of them just don't feel like they mix well together.
Like he produced everything in there. Like his team feels a little weak.
Like I remember he put Kendrick Lamar and Big Sean. I don't remember if that was before or after Big Sean like dissed Kendrick and then Kendrick fried him.
Yeah,
that
was after.
That was after. Right?
That was the point.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm pretty sure DJ Khaled made it a point to put them on the same track like that again, but nothing rang off the second time, in my opinion.
I feel like that was definitely a competition on who had the better verse. I think Kendrick had the better verse in that joint.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to be a Big Sean fan these days. Like I used to like Big Sean a lot, but
I did too.
But where has he been?
Trying to win back Janae, bro. I don't blame him.
But still, like, what happened? Like, I know he dropped a couple singles here and there. But
I didn't like the one with ASAP Ferg, but
which one? No interviews.
I think it's no questions or some shit like that. Or
Something
don't ask
like
some shit. I didn't. I just because like ASAP Ferg's falling off a lot to me too. Like I was a big ASAP Ferg fan at first, and like his most recent project didn't do nothing for me.
Okay.
But the one before that was pretty good. The one that had Tango on it.
So I guess the next thing I had on the list was So Much Fun by Young Thug.
That was a good album.
I didn't listen to it. I totally forgot to.
For real?
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I liked it a lot as far as like Young Thug projects go. I always find a song or two that I like. I can't ever say I love the whole project.
Yeah.
But I remember like the first like that I did have was the Barter 6. And like I did listen to it a couple times, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was just like for what got me to think was the humorous aspect because I thought he was kind of a troll too.
He was.
A lot of people say he's smarter than what he shows. I'm not saying he's dumb, but it's just like the shit he does is so wrapped out. Like,
I remember first hearing about Young Thug.
Cause like I remember like so like I mean cause I initially like from what I was told he was brought in through Birdman, through Young Money that he was or Cash Money, cause Birdman's the one that put him on, and like I heard even Birdman adopted this man, a grown man, like you're a grown man getting adopted. Like, secondly,
okay,
like apparently Young Thug like admired Wayne a lot, but he was gonna I think he was gonna drop the Carter 5 before Lil Wayne.
Really?
Yeah, like I heard it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing where Lil Wayne didn't. I don't think Lil Wayne fucks with Young Thug because of that. Because like he was like literally gonna call his album the Carter 5 just because Lil Wayne wasn't dropping music.
Damn. Actually, I did not know it.
Yeah, bro. I heard it was a whole lot. That was like a big reason why like Birdman and Lil Wayne didn't bang with each other for a while.
And, oh, because he was just gonna let it fly.
Yeah, Birdman didn't give a shit. He's trying to make money.
Yeah.
I remember my man's holding out money on a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's like that's the whole.
But how did you feel about the album? I'm just kidding.
I mean, it was good though. It was good. It was good though. I liked it. I mean, it kind of like. I mean, it was like him and all his children on that joint.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he had Baby Gunna, Lil Baby Gunna. He had I think Lil Keed. I think Uzi was on there. It was like that. Like it was like that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like not to say flamboyant rap, but there was a little flamboyancy in it because.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what
just
I mean?
Young Thug.
And Uzi.
Yeah.
And like Gunna a little bit, but it's like it's more, but it's usually because like all they talk about is like clothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, like
I'm not like huge on Young Thug, so like a lot of people like I know I have a couple of his songs, but that's because like they are actually pretty good, and I really like their songs.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I really don't know anything about Young Thug. Like when it came down to it, I never decided to ever research anything about him, or like it just never intrigued me, I guess. But I definitely feel like I need to catch up on my Young Thug, so I really appreciate the lesson.
Nah, bro, yeah, for sure. But I would say it was alright. I think it was cool that they he threw Travis Scott on that was it Hot with Gunna, the remix.
I have no idea.
You never heard that, Joe?
I don't think so.
I just figured as a Travis fan, you would have listened to it.
I think there's a point in time in Travis's career where he was putting out a lot of features, and I just wasn't trying to keep up with it. But yeah, how do you feel about the whole Tekashi case this year that happened in 2019?
I feel like, I mean, like that's just crazy. Like, but like it's crazy because I actually called it. I called it way before anything else. Cause I like nobody else thought it was like nutty that like he wore, like my man had rainbow hair and had respect in the street. That shit just didn't ring like ring a bell to me. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Like
how do y'all take this man seriously? Like he's wearing rainbow grills, rainbow everything. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but y'all still like treating him as a threat. And then like I was just like, yo, my man must be paying people. Like I feel like it makes sense. Cause like you can like pay to have a certain crowd around you. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna portray an image, and then like that in itself it'll accumulate something.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, especially if you get somebody to lie on you, bro, that'd be like literally like you're set. Like if you had like some nigga who actually called like bodies, just say, yeah, bro, you know my man, like if you kill somebody, let Bull claim it. Like that's definitely like automatically people are just gonna start listening to him because they think he's really like what he's rapping about.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So like, cause I just think it's crazy. Like when I see those old ass pictures of him, it's just like, so Bo really was like the Mexican church boy, like like that's like that's what he looked like in older pictures. Like before he, I don't even know
when I saw like younger pictures, it was just him. Like it kind of reminded me of my childhood, where I was just like always like about to go to church. It's literally what he always looked like.
That's what I'm saying. Like Bo's just a good actor too, cause like I feel like he understood the business from like a comical standpoint. Like even Trey Songz said. Like they would do skit, like he meets celebrities, he do skits with them. That's like how he got like his kicks. Mm-hmm. Like, cause he did a video with him and Trey Songz, and they're like singing on a balcony.
I saw that.
Yeah, like Trey Songz. He said like Bo made me like redo that video like twice, just cause.
I think Tekashi was funny.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes he was funny. Sometimes it was a little out of pocket.
A little ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was pretty entertaining. But I never actually listened to his music, which was like the one thing. I had a friend where our boy listened to Tekashi.
Like
yeah. I didn't want to put him out there like that. But.
I am. Yeah, I feel like we did that on another podcast. You're like, yo, our boy. I'm like, you mean Jim? I feel feel like you did that on the second recording we did.
Yeah. I actually. I still have those recordings. I need them.
The one with Bobby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I thought you already put that one out.
No. That's another backup. We still have another episode, actually.
But like, I just think it's crazy how he really ratted everybody out. But like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, I sympathize with the people that he accused, like the gang. So like, I just think like I said, I side with the gang members just because of the fact like, all right, you're where you are in rap because of us.
Yeah.
Cause like you literally like that's what I think about. Like people only took him seriously like when he dropped those songs like Gunmo and fuck. I mean he did drop Kiki with Nicki Minaj. That was like after he started like blowing up. It was Gunmo and I forgot what the other one was. But like they're only taking you seriously because of the crowd you're with. You're with like official people who actually bang.
Well, people, yeah. So they assume that you do.
That you do, and you're with them, and so you have that like that reputation behind you. Like, oh, we can't bang with them because like they really get down.
Right.
So like it's like different when you're like trying to cut them off. Cause like originally what happened was like apparently he like cut them off because they were the ones that were managing him at first.
Like Tekashi never saw like any gang movies growing up where like you just like I mean obviously I've never been involved with any gangs, but like
liar.
But like I guess the only like relation I have with gangs is the ones I've seen in movies, and like you always saw that you could never get out.
Yeah. So yeah, you the way you get in is the way you
it's
get
like
out.
He didn't get that memo at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I saw a picture.
Well, I guess he got the memo the same way like Goodfellas ended.
Well, I had seen a picture of him where he was wearing a blue bandana, so I'm assuming he was crippin', unless it wasn't really crippin'.
Actually, I do remember when he was like I can do both, and I was just like that's interesting. Like the last person I ever heard
was the game
doing that, and I'm like, oh, the game actually does that. So like. I'm not. Well, actually, I don't want to speak on that because I don't know for a fact. But
I mean, Crips and Blood.
But like when he dropped the documentary 2.5, I was like, oh, this is a really cool like joint, like Tale of Two Gangs kind of like album, which is pretty cool. Do you think he deserves everything that he has coming to him? Like
as far as like the sentencing?
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's crazy because this man really like ratted his way out to a 2-year sentence and maybe less.
Right. I don't remember what the most recent thing I saw on social media that was like.
I thought it was gonna be at least 10 years.
But don't you think it's kind of weird how like just stuff about this case is just being released on the internet?
Like who's releasing it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure like TMZ is definitely going hard for that info.
True. But I feel like I don't even. Like,
Plus, I don't know.
I don't follow any TMZ where I'm just like.
And it's a legal matter, so that's like another reason why I think it's so easy to get.
What's a federal case? And I don't think you're allowed to record anything in a federal case. It has to.
As far as what?
It all stays inside that courtroom.
As far as what though? They record what, like footage of him saying shit?
Yeah. I
don't think I've seen any of it, footage of him.
Oh, okay. Neither have I. All right, cool.
I've only heard like that he's confessed to that, and
Mm-hmm.
like, I think I've seen like documentation saying like.
It's still good.
Of the letter, of the letters like he's written to the judge and shit.
But isn't it kind of crazy how that got released?
What?
Like that letter to the judge? I don't know how it got released. Anyway,
for real.
How do you think he's gonna move forward though?
As far as like music,
he is saying that he's gonna keep dropping music after this.
I don't think he should, but like if he does, I don't know. I just think you're lame if you listen. Like,
okay.
I mean,
so you're just judging. You're not judging him. You're just judging the people that actually listen to him.
I mean, I don't care if he makes music because I'm not listening to it. But like, I'm saying like I don't know. Like, I never thought he was talented.
Yeah, well, that was my thing. I never listened to his music before that, and now this guy has one of like.
I don't think he's talented. I feel like people like I don't know if he had people writing his shit for him too or what, but I didn't think he was talented. So.
Well, he's under the same label as Trippie Redd.
I know, but I think Trippie Redd's more talented than him.
I think Trippie Redd's probably the most talented on that label. I was looking through.
Who else is on there?
a bunch of nobodies.
For real?
Yeah, and I think
like who?
I don't know. I don't forget their names.
You liar.
Yeah. So how'd you feel about Kanye's "Jesus Is King"?
Terrible. It gave me. Nah, bro. Like I said, I could already tell that was gospel, and I just bounced.
Yeah.
So
I gave it one listen through.
And how did it make you feel?
I didn't mind it, but I'm not listening to it again. Like
I didn't mind it. So like one time listen, yeah, right. Like I mean, unless you like, nah, bro. I feel like you probably you listen to that.
I liked Follow God.
But what appealed to you about it? Like,
because it's the most hip hop track on there. It's not gospel, in my opinion. No, it's not. It's just not.
I feel like he had no features on there either.
Well, he had I'm pretty sure he had Pusha T and Malice on there.
Who the fuck is Malice?
He's the other half of Pusha T's duo.
Oh, Clips.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I think that's cool that he did that, but at the same time, who cares?
Okay. All right. Damn. Okay.
Like, but I just feel like Pusha T's already solidified as it by himself.
Like, you didn't care for Clips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it's like, bro, definitely Destiny Child, that situation.
I guess we can skip through. How'd you feel about YBN Corday's The Lost Boy album?
The only song I had listened to on that album was the one where he like talked about all his family.
Okay.
Just because like he took like
like a couple songs.
Really? Mm-hmm. I feel like there was one where he got real personal. And like he didn't name drop nobody. He just literally like would say like their stat, like their title, like their family title. Like, oh, like I got a cousin that.
Yeah, he did that a lot in the album.
And yeah, so I just
I felt like he was trying to keep it really real with you.
But he said, because I saw in an interview he said that like, he was just like I only found out about it because of the interview, and he said that he was just like he got a lot of heat from his family.
Yeah,
because they knew who he was talking about.
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm like, but a lot of that shit was just so personal. It's like, I mean, can you blame him for wanting to talk about it? Like he don't agree with it. Like
yeah.
My man's just saying he don't agree with it. And my man's a young guy. Like, he's like, what, like 17, 18?
Yeah. He's
like mad young. I'm like, boy, still a kid for real.
Well, I mean, it's good to have albums where, like, people do that. I think it was definitely brave as hell for him to do that because, like...
I mean, bro, that's every Drake album, bro. My man always vents to you about shit so dark and personal.
Yeah, but I think he's definitely really talented. I think he had a really great album. I mean, he had a couple tracks on there. He had the Anderson .Paak song that was really good.
I didn't hear that one.
Really?
I told you I only listened to like one song. I think
the intro to his album had very like J. Cole vibes.
I could see that.
Like a lot of J. Cole vibes, like a lot of production.
I mean, my man follows J. Cole, as you can see with the 1985?
Oh, when he responded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the better responses to
that song.
To J. Cole doing that. I never thought J. Cole would ever trigger a response like that, though. I never see J. Cole like that.
What?
Like, like we've seen before, like how Kendrick Lamar would say something on a track and it'll generate a response where people kind of want to start beefing with him, right?
Are you talking about like Control?
Yeah. And I never really seen J. Cole do anything like that. Like J. Cole doesn't seem like he generates a lot of hate when he releases a track. Like a lot of people don't want to just diss him.
I think it's because they're scared. I think it's out of fear, though.
You think it's out of fear?
Yeah, my
man. Well, I don't think J. Cole sends a lot of shit out there like that.
I don't know. I feel like you nasty. I feel like Middle Child is kind of not a diss song, but like it's like pretty threatening. Like the vibe is definitely threatening. Like he's like, niggas been counting me. like who's niggas? Like as far as I know, you're pretty high regard by a lot of people in this country.
But yeah, Yeah, that's definitely how I feel about the YBN Cordays Lost Boy album. That was I thought that album definitely needed to drop later in the year. Like I thought that was a very like wintry ish like season kind of album. Like I think it would have sold. I'm not sure actually what it sold, but I think it would have just sold a lot better if he would have dropped it in December.
Did he drop that with anybody else? I feel like a couple albums dropped with his.
I couldn't tell you. Next up, we have the death of Juice World, which kind of hit out of nowhere, in my opinion.
To me, it didn't mean nothing.
Wait, okay.
I know that sounds mad dark, but I mean to me it was just like another celebrity dying, like Amy Winehouse. Like I know she meant a lot to other people, but it didn't affect me.
Yeah, you just didn't listen to his music, or you just.
I know I had like maybe like 4 of his songs in my library, but he didn't impact me like that. Like,
okay.
It wasn't like I followed his life. I knew him. I feel like I knew who he was as a person and an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I know more about like Drake, for example, just 'cause like one, I've been a fan for a while, so it's like I've already seen like stages of his life, and like I watch more content with him than I did of like Juice WRLD, just 'cause like Juice WRLD's music didn't really appeal to me. He reminded me a lot of like of a more harder, but also a more rock Post Malone.
Okay.
Like if Post Malone and Lil Uzi had a baby, it would be Juice WRLD.
All right.
And I don't mean that like in like a feature, like a facial features type of way. I just mean more like art style. Like it was very rock, but it had like a lot of rap.
I thought it had a lot of elements from like the 2000s alternative rock, where they're just kind of like, and I think a lot of them, like a lot of those new rappers, like from I guess his generation, do a lot of like that emo rap kind of thing, you know, where it's very like alternative rock, emo,
like Trippie Redd and X, all that. That's what I'm saying. Like they're like their own generation, Generation Z. Like that's it.
They are from a younger generation than us.
Tell you, Generation Z, bro.
Are they all Generation Z?
I don't know. Probably.
Maybe. But yeah,
I just can't get jiggy with this shit.
Any thoughts on like how he like kind of just passed away?
I think it's crazy because like the backstory, like they're saying that like
the overdose, the overdosing.
But I heard it was because he was trying to hide it.
Hide what?
The drugs.
What about it?
The drugs he took that made him overdose. I heard that he was trying to hide them.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard that the pilot supposedly like snitched them out to somebody, and that's what caused the plane to get searched. So it's like my man wasn't trying to do a bid with like all that weed. I heard it was like perks.
Oh, so he was just trying to hide them?
Yeah.
And overdose.
And he had like codeine and all that shit. Like a lot of shit. Like obviously when shit's not unprescribed, shit definitely gonna come off some type of way.
Right.
But like, bro, they had bricks. They had like 70 pounds of weed on them.
Really?
70 in the luggage. It was 70 pounds of marijuana, nigga. That's crazy. Imagine getting caught with all that. That's
that's definitely insane.
You definitely not getting no misdemeanor.
No. Especially if you're traveling like that.
Mm-hmm. Granted, it was a jet, but I still feel like you shouldn't get in trouble for that. It's like most jets are private. I never ridden. I've yet to ride on a jet when I travel. Is all I'm saying. So like, if it's a private jet, you should be able to carry whatever the fuck you want as long as you agreed to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, you fly this over, I'm gonna have Bud in the joint. Like, yeah, bro.
Was that kind of like I guess why you should probably own your own like plane, I guess.
That's how I feel.
I guess that's the one way out of it.
Or like I have a company plane, like shit, like.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely didn't listen to Juice WRLD at all. He just never was like one of those artists that the same thing. Like he just didn't impact me. Even when he had those couple hits that kind of slid up there on the charts.
Well, got sued. He got sued for like his hit song, that Lucid Dreams one.
Yeah. Which is it's fair. I mean, that whole generation just if you don't clear a sample, you need to clear the sample, bro. You just have to. You and your team needed to do some research, but. I mean, it's a very unfortunate death, and it sucks that he had to overdose like that. But at the end of the day, we should probably stop glorifying drug use in songs and stuff like that. I saw a clip of an interview where he was talking about how like Future influenced him to be like that. Where he was just like, oh yeah, me listening to Future had me, going drinking lean and taking all these drugs like.
Yeah, Justin Richburg did a piece on that, which was like crazy, because Justin Richburg is a great artist and whatnot, but like the way he did like a comic strip about that.
Yeah.
Where like the situation is pretty much Juice WRLD and Future. They're both in the studio, and Juice WRLD's like thanking Future for that. But I felt bad because it's like, can you really blame Future? It's different. Like I mean, like my man's it's his life. My man's rapping about his life, so like if he. It's different if he's telling people to do it, but if he's just talking about like his experiences, it's also different.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you I killed somebody, doesn't mean I'm telling you to kill people. It's just telling you like what I had to do.
Okay.
You feel me, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like how I deal with situations.
I could rock with that, but like, do you put any weight on people's lyrics then? Like why even bring certain things to light then? In your raps or your songs.
Because it's your life. You're telling your life. It depends on what you're rapping about. If you're telling your life or like your situation, what you're about, what's around you.
But with kids being so impressionable, like.
But now you see, I blame the parents. Then the fuck, I hate when people try to blame the substance instead of the people who are like allowing them to consume. Like if you're making it available to them, you're just as responsible.
But dude, I couldn't imagine how hard that would be as a parent to do that nowadays. Like
to like block your kids' music.
Yeah, like before, yeah, like when we were growing up, you could block whatever I was intaking very easily.
But it is like that now. It's just that
like every kid has a phone and it's a smartphone.
That's people let them.
That's true. You're not wrong.
You don't have to give no kid no phone.
That's true.
You could get this nigga a Nintendo Switch and he'll be just as happy.
That's very true. I mean,
but like it's just like about how much connect. Like nobody's letting kids be kids no more. So like that's another reason why.
Well, the technology like take over.
Kids don't go out and play no more. They want to be up on their phone.
Yeah,
watching other kids do shit.
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
So I'm gonna watch this kid jump on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Instead of jumping on something myself.
What were we talking?
Because like I mean,
I forgot what we were talking. Oh, the death of Juice WRLD. Okay, so you don't fault.
I don't like.
You don't fault Future essentially for influencing Juice WRLD
I don't think so.
I wouldn't fault him either, honestly. That's a lot. That's out of control of Future. Like he has no control over that at all. But he does release music. Like his Future's last album was fucking depressing.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that one was super depressing.
Xanax, it's like Xanax.
I don't remember the title of the album, but I listened to that whole thing going through one time, and I was just depressed.
It was.
I was like, this is sad.
It had a lot of Juice WRLD vibes to it, even because like
they did a compilation album, did they not?
And I didn't like it.
I didn't hear it.
I think it's called like it's not it's something. It's really there's drugs all over the album.
Yeah.
Like it's really like pills and shit all over the album. Like that's how. I mean, yeah, like I just how I feel though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I didn't. It's just. I mean, I didn't mind Future's last joint, but like that the collab just wasn't for me. But like blaming Future, like going back to the whole blaming Future thing, blaming Future for that shit is like blaming people for killing.
I don't think anyone's blaming Future. I'm not blaming Future. We're not saying we're blaming Future, but it's just crazy to just see a video of Juice WRLD saying that, and then that come into fruition. Like that's how like he ended his untimely demise. You know, like it's just unfortunate. But I guess we don't filter like our music enough. It's just all unfortunate. but at the end of the day,
But like I also tell people like I'm like I hate like the whole like people be like, oh, I love them, da da da. I'm like, did you? Because you let them do it. Like, you feel me? Like,
what do you mean?
like it's like if you know people are doing things that can cause harm and you know about it, and like you like. I'm not saying you can't love somebody, but like you didn't love them that much because you didn't stop them. Feel me? That's just how I feel. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's obviously like you can love somebody, but there's like intense love. Feel me? Like
Yeah. You're just stopping them.
Like yeah, like you don't care what they do, say. Like,
yeah, the love is war.
Yeah, like that's like, yo, bro, like I'm not gonna let you do this. Like I'm really not gonna let you do this.
It's like crushing someone's cigarette pack.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. You see someone crushing a cigarette, you know they shouldn't be smoking, or like you know they got diabetes, they shouldn't be consuming sugar, shit like that. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, shit, you know that's gonna affect them in the long run.
Okay, I can rock with that.
That's how I feel. Like a lot of people are like that. I'm like, if y'all not stopping it, y'all not changing nothing. Like,
definitely.
Or like, but like I said, people are also accountable for their shit. Like people, like Wayne went into a coma off that lean shit. Like, and yet people still doing it.
And a lot of people were scared for that, like, because Lil Wayne is
in a coma for a while.
Yeah, and that was pretty scary. Because, like, I mean, when I heard about that, I was like, wow, it's over. And he came back, which is insane.
And stopped rapping.
I didn't listen to Lil Wayne after like 2007. Honestly,
I'm not gonna support your habit, drunkie.
Like Lil Wayne was a very major artist, like in my middle school years. You know, when Eminem was popping. You know.
Yeah.
After that, it was just kind of like the new wave kind of kicked in, and like the Drake era kind of came about. You know.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Drake interview at all, or
I haven't?
You haven't seen it necessarily, so we don't have to put that in, honestly. Yeah. All right. Skip.
So wait, now we're gonna skip the top songs of 2019.
Yeah.
All right, because I was thinking that's literally like the second to last John on here. So like, and that's the first list you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about Suge though.
I mean, we can talk about all these songs. I mean, we can even rank some of these if you think of any songs that are just like, because these are all songs that I just.
Are these your songs or is
this isn't like my top.
I'll say Family and Loyalty by Gangstar.
Where?
Gangstar? Is that
Gangstar? Oh, Family and Loyalty by Gangstar.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I thought for some reason I was thinking of Earth Gang.
Oh, okay. I have them up here.
Were you trying to spell Earth Gang?
No, I did spell it wrong. It's not Gangstar. It's Gangstar. I mean, we can talk about top songs in 2019. And I mean, do you feel like ranking? We don't have to rank shit, honestly. I don't necessarily feel like ranking any songs. I'm just trying to think of songs that were very memorable and they were just kind of around in 2019. Like, kind of sculpted 2019.
If I had a... No. Hold on. I was trying to think. I'm trying to think of memorable songs from 2019.
Which is, yeah.
When did Astro World come out this year? Or was it last year?
That was last year.
Like 2019.
That was 2018.
For real?
Yep.
Damn. Hell, bro. I mean, like, I feel like Travis Scott's songs have a lot of influence
on,
like, just in general. So, like, whenever he does drop a song, it's kind of, like, relevant for a while. Like, I feel like even Highest in the Room still gets played a lot. I feel like Sicko Mode was Highest in the Room, but, like, Highest in the Room is getting played a lot.
Well, that was one of his only, like, 2019 releases. Other than what he did with, London with J. Cole and Young Thug. That was the last time I heard of him before.
He was on the So Much Fun remix.
Was he?
Because originally he wasn't on there. It was just Young Thug and Gunna, and then they threw him on there.
I haven't listened to that one, no. So let me see. I mean, I thought Family and Loyalty definitely deserves to be up there. I definitely remember that song. That was an amazing song. It was executed perfectly, and I thought, you know, it just being a Gangstar song and having J. Cole just feature on there, everything I thought that was just one of the best songs to come out in 2019. I can definitely remember Num Num Juice coming out when Schoolboy Q dropped Crash Talk.
That was a great album.
That was a great album. But that did happen in 2019. Surprisingly, it didn't feel like it. But
yeah, I was gonna say it didn't feel like it.
It didn't feel. Yeah, definitely. I thought that felt like 2018ish, but it just wasn't. It was 2019. I think that was. I think Schoolboy Q was supposed to, really.
I asked you how you felt 2020 was gonna come out. Like as far as like, what's your?
I don't think I have any personal outtakes on like 2020. I think we are gonna see like a lot more action from everybody.
You think everybody's gonna be productive?
I think everyone
is gonna strive for something, change their life around.
Yeah, I think everyone's at least trying to strive for some sort of change in their life.
That's positive.
Which is positive, and
I hate that though, bro. It feels like we move as a society.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like everybody does shit because everybody else is doing it. The mob mentality shit.
What you mean? Like just like the whole New Year's resolutions kind of thing, or just kind of like, you see one person like progress and do better, then you want to do that.
No, yeah, like that. Like I feel like everybody's like, oh well, if it's that easy to be a CNA, we're all gonna be CNAs. Or like, you feel me, like shit like that. Like, I feel like everybody like moves like to a certain beat. Like everybody's like I remember at one point everybody was rapping at McCaskey. Like a lot of dudes were rapping at McCaskey. This is before like niggas even looked at like that, like shit like that. And like after that, everybody became tattoo artists and barbers. Like I feel like it's just like a wave. Like at some point, you're doing one of the three.
Yeah. I remember I used to want to do tattoos, but that was a short-lived fire inside me.
I feel like you could have did it, bro.
I just wasn't about that life.
What, tattooing?
Yeah, I just really like.
I feel like that's an extreme lifestyle.
Why?
Cause like my tattoo artist lives life, bro. My man he tells me he travels a lot, bro. Mm-hmm. This nigga's been to like so many parts of like Europe and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm jealous. Like, and like he also just like he just crashes. He'll be like, yeah, I'll just tell somebody I'll do a tattoo for them. I'm like, so you're literally like moving around, living tattoo.
Yeah, that's dope.
Right, like all you have to do is just draw on somebody, and you get to live. Like you get to crash at their place.
Well, he must be a great artist then.
Thank you.
Oh.
No, nah. I mean, I'm just taking the compliment for him. But yeah, I like his work a lot. So, shout out my man.
Do you have any
Wes Reeds?
There you go. Do you have any expectations for
expectations for what? It was dumb loud, yo.
He wasn't it? Stop that shit.
What do you say?
Why are you so loud? I said, do you have any expectations for, like any new music? I guess.
Oh, as far as the artists dropping?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was hoping Kendrick Lamar was gonna drop something because of that him popping out on Sir's hair down video. The way he's being all like secretive-y. I mean, unless he's just doing that for the video, it'd be weird. But I thought it was more so like because I mean, like, damn, I always like damn makes me laugh, the album cover, just because like my man looked like he put his heart and soul in that joint, literally.
Yeah.
Like my man looks exhausted. Like he didn't sleep for a whole month.
I definitely think Kendrick Lamar is gonna drop in 2020. I mean, that's a fair.
You think?
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
I mean, I just hope for music in general. Clearly, like
I think the lack of music in 2019 is gonna be.
You mean lack of memorable music? 'Cause I feel like music definitely dropped 2019. It's just I don't remember enough of it.
No, yeah, but you didn't have like any of those heavyweight artists.
What's heavyweight?
Like you didn't have...
Name somebody that's heavyweight besides Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole.
We didn't get a Travis Scott album.
We didn't get any of their albums.
What do you mean?
Like J. Cole dropped on Dreamville.
You said don't name them, so I named Travis Scott.
Okay.
I can name. We didn't get a J Rock album.
Said J Rock.
We didn't get a Frank Ocean album.
told you, bro. Kendrick Lamar is the best out of them all, bro. If we're talking like heavyweight. That is super heavyweight. That.
Okay. But I think we didn't get a lot of great albums in 2019, and I think that's just gonna be, I don't think that's gonna be the case in 2020. I think a lot of people were just waiting for this year specifically to drop.
Cause it sounds cooler.
Yeah, cause bro.
Yeah, I dropped on 2020.
I dropped. Like, you have all these people that are just like, yeah, 2020 vision, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're hopping on that wave, like, cause it's like fun to say.
If Drake does that, I'll be low key tight.
He did.
He said he's dropping something.
Drop what?
Is he dropping something?
Oh no, he did the whole.
He did the bar. Vision. Yeah, he did the. Oh yeah, bro, come on. My man's nice with the pen. Like
I thought that was just so corny of him to do.
Yeah, all right, bro.
You be the first
yeah, all right, bro.
Drake has done.
Yeah, all right, bro. You hate it.
I'm not hating. I'm just.
You loved it. You know that jump was tough. It was so tough. You remembered it.
How many months? No, how many months ago was I talking to Jim about? Just watch. Everyone's gonna be on that 2020 vision shit, and everyone's just gonna like wait for that year to come about to do anything about their lives or drop music.
Man, you can't use this. I wasn't there.
But expectations are pretty low for 2019, is what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. Because like, I just feel like I said,
or for 2020. Sorry.
Yeah, just because the social media, I feel like it's easy. Just like I said, just based off the way of who you are, people are gonna bump it, and like. I don't know, like that's how I feel. Like a lot of people just plug each other on, and the cycle continues. Because like I feel like now it's just so hard to keep track of artists because there's so many out now.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the time they all drop together, and like who really has the time to invest 30 minutes or so into their projects, like when they're all dropping on the same day.
Okay.
That's
so you think we're just gonna be overflowing with
music, and like you're kind of just like looking for the next thing because like there's gonna be more coming regardless because there's so many artists already putting out.
So you think we're just gonna be overflowed with?
I feel like the quality's gonna go down.
And the quality's gonna go down.
Yeah, because it's like bro, you have so much production being made. Like someone's bound to like come up with the next thing or something like that. Like from like
yeah,
or like they might come up with the next great thing before you do. That's just how I feel.
I mean, I could agree with that.
I do think like rap definitely has like changed clearly, because like you could listen to an old rap song and like a lot of young kids would be like I had my old head moment. So like where like a young boy's like, oh, you listen to this dude, like, oh, I'll put some Uzi on. I'm like, yeah, Uzi is cool, but like I said at the same time, like as far as like bar for bar, like
yeah,
I'm trying to listen to Davies. Like
yeah.
Like that's just how I felt. But that's kind of where I stand at the thing. All right, now, so we're going to wrap things up. This is the Almanac Podcast with Eddy and Alex. We just want to let y'all know that we'll be dropping another episode Monday. So for y'all to stay tuned, we'll be dropping every Monday. And that's it.
See ya.
That's it. Keep that in there.